Most teams use Dusk FSM out of the box and get value straight away. What is not always obvious is how much control you have over how the platform adapts to your business without custom development, without code, and without complexity. In this walkthrough, we step through some of the less visible ways Dusk FSM can be configured using system settings, imports, and custom fields. This isn't about changing how the platform works, it's about configuring it so it reflects how your business already operates. Now, the first screen is System Settings. This is where you define the global rules Dusk FSM operates under, things like your business identity and time zone. Date and time formats, business details, currency, financial settings, and measurement system type are all set here. You can also control how core concepts are named, such as whether work is called a job or work order, a project, or a ticket. These settings influence how data is displayed across the platform through both web and mobile apps, how reports behave, and how integrations interpret your data. Once these are set, everything else builds consistently on top of them. Next is import and export. This is one of the fastest ways to configure Dusk FSM at scale using data you already have. From here, you can import materials, staff, suppliers, customers, and even jobs using structured templates. What's important is that these templates respect your configuration. If you add custom fields, those fields are included in the import structure. The same applies to exports, giving you clean, structured data that matches how your business is configured. Next, let's look at staff custom fields. Staff records include the essentials by default, but most businesses need additional context. Custom attributes allow you to define staff-specific information, such as equipment issued and internal classifications. Once defined, these attributes serve as a source of record that matches your business. Certifications and licenses are maintained further down the screen in the Skills section. This allows the platform to reflect how your workforce is structured without adding unnecessary complexity. The next area is Customer Custom Fields and HubSpot Custom Properties. Customer Custom Fields allow you to store information that's specific to how you manage customers. This might include industry, contract type, service tier, or internal classifications. If you are integrated with HubSpot, your HubSpot fields can be displayed as read-only and synced directly from your CRM. This keeps a single source of truth and prevents operational data from drifting away from sales or account data. Suppliers are often part of service delivery, even if they're not directly scheduled. Supplier custom fields allow you to capture details such as supplier categories, compliance information, preferred contacts, or internal ratings. This makes supplier data easier to manage and easier to report on as your supply network grows. As with other entities, only the fields that matter to your business need to be defined. Materials can also be extended using custom fields. This might include manufacturer details, internal references, or minimum reorder levels. Because these attributes are part of the material record, they can flow into jobs, forms, and reports without duplication. This helps ensure that material information captured in the field is consistent and usable elsewhere in the platform. The work planner is another area where configuration makes a practical difference. Here you control which columns are visible, how work is structured, and what information long-term planners see when planning work. You can define fields such as project names, task details, dates, costs, assets, and required skills. This allows the planner to reflect how your team actually schedules and manages work rather than forcing a generic view. Here's how it all connects. What ties all of this together is that these settings help you shape Dusk FSM around the way your team works. Custom fields let you add the exact details you want to capture for each area, whether that's staff, customers, suppliers, materials, or the work planner. Once you set them up, your screens, templates, and exports reflect the information that matters to your business, and they become part of how Dusk FSM understands your business structure. This reduces manual work, avoids workarounds, and improves consistency as your operation grows. You don't need to configure everything shown here. Most teams start with one or two areas and expand configuration as their needs evolve. That flexibility is there when you need it. If you want more detail on any of these areas, you'll find supporting articles in the Dusk FSM knowledge base linked below. If you want to configure custom job statuses for your business, you can do that from the Kanban view. These statuses can be set under this tab. Across the top, here are the status names. Let's say we want to change scheduled for field to just be called scheduled. Click into it, remove the extra words, and update it. Now when we return to jobs, we can see that the status has changed to scheduled. This also applies to the Dusk FSM apps once changed. We can configure any of these stages to match the workflows that your business uses.